So Helen is a 63-year-old lady. She came to me 12 weeks ago with right-sided back pain and severe muscle spasm in the quadratus lumborum muscle. We found that on initial assessment she had quite a bit of pain rotating and turning towards her right-hand side, which would shoot down her right leg, and also a bit of gluteal weakness on the right side mainly as well. So the aim of the session today is we're going to be really trying to strengthen up that right gluteal muscle, as well as incorporating all the muscles, so core exercises and general leg strengthening, as well as working on Helen's general mobility. And trying to get Helen a bit more comfortable with turning to the right side again, twisting to the right, and just getting her going back to her Pilates sessions and being able to play with her grandchildren again and pick them up and all that sort of thing. So thank you, Helen. We'll start. So today we're going to do a bit of a warm-up, a body of exercises and a cool down. It should take us about half an hour. If you have any pain or anything like that during the session, just let me know. And we can always, modify the exercises, make them a bit easier or harder if you wish. Do you have any questions or anything else you want to let me know? How's your back feeling today?
Okay.
Good, okay. So our first exercise is called a side plie with stretch. It's part of our warm-up. I'll give you a few demonstrations and then I'll get you to do it with me. So this exercise is really good to get the mobility back in your spine, your upper and lower back. It helps to get a little bit of strength in your glutes and all your leg muscles. It's a really, really nice way to start the class. So what you're going to do, we're going to just set the posture first. So you can just have your legs comfortably resting there. We're going to work bottom up. So we're going to imagine you've got a sort of a bucket of water in your pelvis. What you're going to start to do is just tilt your pelvis forward and tuck your tail in. Good. Imagine you've got a bucket of water and you're spilling water at the front and then you're spilling water at the back. So just do a couple of those for me, loosening up the back. Should feel quite nice. And then what we want to do is find a position between the front and the back where the water is nice and level. Good. So bringing the belly button into the spine, turning those core muscles on. Ribs are stacked directly over the hips. Shoulders nice and back, wide. Chin, just a little gentle tuck, and imagine you've got a piece of string pulling you up to the ceiling. Lovely posture, Helen. How do you feel? Good. Okay, so that's the sort of the basis of all of our exercises. So when I say posture, you're going to think of all those things. So side plie with stretch is our first warm-up. So what you're going to do is place your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Perfect. Yep, feet pointing diagonally out to the room. Beautiful. And then you can just watch me the first one and then we'll do a few together. So it basically involves a bit of a squat. So you're going to squat, float the arms up and then come back up. So you're going to do that with me now. Yep. Breathing in and then out. Squat and back up. Good. Perfect. And again, breathe in and out and up. Good. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more onto this. So what you're going to do is squat, and then when we get to here, you're going to sort of lean over, put your hand on your thigh and reach over with your arm. Nice stretch through your side body there, and then circle around in the front, coming back to a nice standing position. That looked really good. Just the only thing was that knee was kind of coming in a little bit there. So just when you're doing the lunge, just make sure you're keeping that back and not sort of dropping in like that. Okay, so we're going to do the whole thing together now. Ready? Breathing in and out, squat, hand on thigh, reach, circle back. Good, much better. Lovely, and keep going. Squat, reach, circle back. Good, we're going to do 5 here. Squat, reach, circle back. Lovely, squat, reach, circle back. 2 more, squat, reach, keep that chest nice and open there, circle back. Last one, squat, reach, circle back. Great, you're sort of feeling the warmth through your legs there, just shake them out if you need. The next one we're going to do exercise is called the roll down. You would have done this, I'm sure, in your Pilates classes. You're going to come to the end of the mat, and it's just a really nice exercise to mobilize your spine and sort of get a sort of segmental mobilization. So after back pain, people tend to get quite stiff, particularly through the lower back, so that's what we're really going to be focusing on. So what you're going to do is take a deep breath in. So you can just watch me or you can follow with me, whatever you prefer. Deep breath in, tuck the chin, bend the shoulders, coming down through the upper back, moving one vertebra at a time, lower back, and reaching down as far as you can go. And then when you're coming back up, you're trying to stack one vertebra on top of each other, moving really nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Nice and open through the chest at the top. What you want to avoid here is just locking through your knees, so just keep your knees nice and soft while you're doing that. We'll do one together. Okay, so breathing in and out as we're rolling down. Chin, shoulders, good. Upper back, lower back. Coming down, keep knees soft. Little hang at the bottom there. Breathe in and breathe out as you're coming back up. Lower back, upper back, shoulders, and head up. Good. I'm going to watch you do a few. I just noticed you're going quite quick there, so it's a really nice, slow, gentle movement. Okay, are you feeling all right? Mm-hmm. Back's okay, good. Okay, so tucking the chin, shoulders forward, rolling through the upper back, one vertebra at a time. Lovely. Lower back, good. And coming all the way down. Wherever you sort of feel a nice stretch, don't push into pain. Good, and then coming up lower back, upper back, good, shoulders, head. Lovely, can I get you to do two more? So chin, shoulders, upper back, really nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Good. Coming all the way down, breath at the bottom, and out as you're coming up. Good. Yep, that's looking much better than the first one. Helen, you're really getting one sort of vertebra stacking on top of each other. And again, tucking chin, shoulders, upper back, lower back, rolling forward, and coming back up, nice and slow. Lower back, peeling one vertebra. Good. Upper back, shoulders, and we'll have a little rest there. Are you not feeling too dizzy? Some people can get a little bit dizzy when they come back up, so just something to keep in mind. So Helen, that looks really good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down onto 4-point kneeling. We're going to use our roll down as a bit of a transition onto the floor. And then once we get into the 4-point kneeling, I'm going to show you an exercise called swimming, level 3. This basically is good to strengthen up your back, your core muscles, and a little bit of gluteal strengthening. For you, we're focusing on that right side. So I'll give you another demonstration. You can come down with me. So a nice slow peel down. Again, shoulders, one vertebra at a time. You can even slide your hands down your shins if you like. Good, find the floor, bend your knees, walking forward, and we're coming down to a nice 4-point kneel. All right, so are you okay just to watch me from there? So what you're going to do to set yourself up is you're going to bring inch your hands maybe a hand width forward, so they're not directly under your shoulders, just a little bit forward. Your eye gaze is just nice and comfortably between your hands there. Fingers spread because you want to, evenly distribute the weight through your hands and not, all through the wrists. What you want to do here is find a nice neutral spine. So I like to do a bit of a cat-cow, arch the back here, round the back, arch the back, and just find that nice position sort of between the two with a nice flat back there. Okay. So once you've found that position, you want to draw your belly button in and really, push through your arms, push through your leg, and you're going to lift your right leg up and kick it back, point it back to the back of the room, and bring it back in. What you want to try and do here is not lean over, so you really want to engage that core so that your back doesn't move at all. So you're going to kick back and coming back in. So what you also want to do is slide the knee along the floor as you're kicking it back out. Good, and then we're just going to alternate here. So alternate and really squeezing your bottom muscles at the top. So squeeze and down. So squeeze and down. I tend to get people to breathe out on the hardest movements. So you're breathing in to start and out to kick. And in, good, and out. Good. I'm just going to watch you here while you keep going. That's looking really good, Helen. Good. Yep. So squeezing the glutes, right? Yep. And yep, try not to lean over to each side. So really nice and strong through the core. The more you've got that tummy muscles turned on, the less side to side movement you're going to get here. Excellent. You will also find that you probably have one side that feels a bit stronger than the other. Yeah. Which side are you feeling?
I think this one's easier.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not leaning as much on that one as well.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so here, before, just make sure that we're keeping that back nice and flat there. So I want you to imagine you've kind of got like an apple or a ball on your back, and your back is going to stay nice and dead straight there. You're not going to let it roll off. So try and keep that position. I would rather you actually don't lift the leg as high, but maintain that nice flat back position there. And drawing the belly button in, breathe in, and breathe out as the leg's reaching back to the wall. Good, pointing the toes and back in. Lovely. You're sliding the knee along the mat. Point the toes. Good. Just at a nice pace that feels comfortable for you. We're going to keep going for 5 more. 2. Lovely. 3. Good. Looking really good, Helen. 4. 3. Physios are terrible counters. We've got 2 more to go. 1. You're getting better actually each time you do it. Yeah, try not to move. Good. Do you need to come up off your wrist for a little bit? Just give them a little bit of a circle out while I'm sort of explaining the next exercise. Eventually, as we get a little bit stronger with that one, you will end up actually just adding in the arm movement. So eventually it's going to be opposite arm, opposite leg. Something looking a bit more like that. But I think for the session today, we want to get that nice control before we add on a little bit more. I'm going to show you the next exercise called clown. I'm sure you've done it many times in your Pilates sessions. So this is down on your side, and it's really good to strengthen up your gluteal muscles, particularly your gluteus medius, which is a smaller muscle but really important for things like standing on one leg, getting in and out of the car, and it tends to be a little bit weak after someone has back pain. So that's what we're going to be really focusing on for you. I'm just going to show you. So in our 4-point kneeling position, you're just going to come down onto your side, nice and gentle.
This side?
On your right side, so you can face me. Good. And then I'm just going to get you to put your arm up like that. Do you want a little cushion underneath your arm? Or you're okay. So you bring your left arm just down to support your body like that, so you're not rolling forward. And then you want to have your knees just at about a 45-degree angle. Good. And what we really want to do before we start the climb is just make sure that you're not sinking your side into the mat. So really just try and bring your top hip there, just down towards your feet. Good. And imagine you've got like a piece of paper that you can slide under the mat there. So drawing your core muscles in, or bring your belly button in towards your spine, hold that. Make sure you're breathing. And then what you're going to do is just breathe in to start and breathe out to open your top knee towards the ceiling and down. Good. Keeping your feet together. Great. Out. And what you want to try not to do is rotate, like fall back like that. So really keep your hips stacked on top of each other. Good. You might want to feel the muscles on the side of your hip there, sort of a little bit further back. Good. And down. Nice and as wide as you can get it without rolling back. Excellent. Good. Do you mind if I just sort of help you a little bit here?
That's fine.
Good. So you're sort of feeling this muscle here. So you're lifting open and down. That's really good range, Helen. Keeping that nice and, and not rolling back there. Good. Yeah. How does that feel? Good. I might actually just, are you okay for me to pop your hand here. So you're sort of just feeling that muscle there. Sometimes it can help people to actually activate the muscle when you can sort of feel it. Good, so you're going to go up, maybe a little hold, and slowly down. Gravity's going to want to make you sort of collapse down, so if you actually go a bit slower, it makes it harder. Good, and just keeping that nice gap there. Good. So breathing in and breathing out as you're going up to the ceiling. Good, we're going to do 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Great. All right, have a little break. How are you feeling? You can kind of give your little, give your glute a little bit of a punch there, give it a bit of a massage if you need. We're gonna make it even harder now. Are you okay for me to keep going? Are you sure you don't need a little pillow? Or?
That's fine.
Yeah, if you want to just prop the head up, that's okay too. So for this one, I might just show you. So it's a little bit of a progression. So you're gonna have your feet in the exact same position, knees bent 45 degrees. All you're doing here is just lifting the feet just a little bit off the mat. Feet stay together, and then you're going to open the top leg up and close. You'll get a little bit more range here than on the mat. A little bit more stability involved, and this is really good to challenge those gluteal muscles, challenge the endurance of them.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah. So you can use that hand again there, or you can put your hand there if you need a little bit more support. Good. Open. Try and keep those feet nice and still. Open. You can do hold slowly together. Good. We're going to do 10. 9. We're rotating a little bit here, Helen. Stay nice and hip stacked, one on top of the other. Think about that little gap underneath your tummy there. Good. Under your side. Good. Yep. Keeping them up. Good, keep going. Breathing in, out. Breathing in and out. You're doing so well. Good. We got 4. Yeah. 3. Your feet are coming apart. 2 and 1. And dropping your feet down. Good. Good. I was going to add on something, but I think that that's probably challenge enough for you. So that's probably a really good exercise for you to practice at home. For you, I think just keeping the feet on the mat to start with, getting your confidence with that, and then adding on to the feet lifting up. So, but you did really well. I just noticed, you're just rotating a little bit, but it's all in the practice. So do you have any questions, or are you happy to keep going? Good. So we're going to move on to the next exercise called side kick. So it's in the same sideline position. It's going to challenge the endurance of those hip muscles while working the front of your hip a little bit and also the back. A little bit of balance involved as well here. So I'll show you. So you're on your side. I'm going to use the pillow here. So just underneath my arm, that's nice and comfortable. So you can keep the bottom leg bent. You're going to straighten the top leg, lift it up just so that it's parallel to the floor. And then I'll just give you a demonstration first. So what you're going to do is point the toe, kick forward, lift the toes back, drive the heel back. So it's a point, kick, up, back, point, kick, up, back. You're focusing on trying to, keep control of that pelvis, not rolling back again, and keeping a nice parallel line with the floor. I'm just going to give you this. So just, it is a little bit more comfortable. Is that a bit better? Yeah. So you can copy me. We'll just mirror each other. So lifting your left leg up. Remember to try not to collapse through your side body there. So this top hip away from away from the floor. Good. So you want to point the toe, kick forward, heel back, point, kick, up, back, looking good. Point, kick, up, back, point, kick, up, back. Good, and try and keep a nice parallel line with the floor. That's probably your best exercise, I think, Helen. How does that feel? Good. You want to really activate those glutes. So for you, you want to go just a little, like almost, you know, straight back to the body, but you want to actually squeeze the glutes at the back, so you make sure that they're actually turning on. So kicking forward, up, back, point, kick, up, back. That's looking spot on, Helen. Good. Can you do 3 more for me? Point, up, back. It's a bit of coordination, isn't it? Point, up, back. Point, kick, up, back. Good. Point, kick, up, back. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to roll onto your back now for your shoulder bridge. So you can pop that one just underneath your head there. Actually, sorry, for this one we actually don't want it. So just pop it just above your head, up the way. Good. So we want to find that nice neutral spine again here before we start. So I'm sure you've done this one before. You're lifting your bottom up and down off the mat. But in our Pilates training, what we do is we're actually rolling up as we're coming off the mat. So one vertebra at a time is a little bit like your roll down. You're kind of peeling off the mat one vertebra at a time in a similar way. So this is really good to strengthen up the glutes. The gluteus maximus, which is the biggest bottom muscle, and this is going to be one of your home exercise programs. I'll write it all down for you at the end of the session. So I'll give you another quick demonstration. So what you want to do is place your feet sort of hip width apart, hands by your side. What I get people to do is just a little bit of a rocking forward and back with that bucket again. So the water's spilling out the front and the back. And sort of when you feel like you're pressing your back into the mat, that's when you start to lift the tail off the mat. So you're pressing the lower back into the mat and then coming up one vertebra at a time. Squeeze your glutes at the top, hold, and rolling slowly down one vertebra at a time. Good. And again, breathing in and breathing out as you're coming up. Breathing in at the top and breathing out on the way down. I'm just going to do one more, breathing in and out. One vertebra at a time. Squeeze at the top, hold, and slowly peeling one vertebra at a time. Good. Can I get you to keep going, Helen, just while I'm watching? Good. Yeah, so really lifting up a little bit higher, squeeze. Good, and slowly down. Can you feel where I've got my hand? That's where you should be trying to sort of squeeze. So coming up slowly, one vertebra. Good. Hold and slowly down. Good. Helen, you're holding your breath a little bit there. Just remember to keep breathing. I know it's hard, but if you need to slow down, that's fine. Okay, squeeze. Good. Yeah, keeping those hips nice and level and coming down. Good. Have you got any pain or are you okay?
That's good.
Good. So that's probably a perfect sort of amount of lift there. Some people tend to lift, too high or too low, but that's looking really, really good at the moment. Good. Okay, we're going to do 5 more here. Yeah, really pushing down through those feet as you're holding, coming down, peeling one vertebra at a time. Yeah. Breathing in at the bottom and exhale to lift. Good. No back pain?
Fine.
Good. And up. Really push through the heels and down. Good, I've lost count. I think one more. And up and down. Okay, so Helen, that's looking really good. I've got a little ball here. It's like a nice soft ball. You can also do the exercise with the ball between the knees the whole way. It does tend to make it a little bit easier, and it also gets the muscles in between the thighs working a little bit. So we're going to just do a couple of those just to show you, and then what we're going to add on is a little squeeze of the ball at the top. So I'm just going to pop that between the knees there. Just give it a squeeze. Good. So just holding a little bit of pressure on that ball and the exact same thing. So you're gonna peel one vertebra at a time, up the top. Yep, really, yep, squeezing that one there. Good, hold, and then at the top we're gonna do 3 squeezes. 1, 2, 3, and slowly down. Good. All right, and again, up. Good, ball squeeze, 1, 2, 3, and slowly down. You finding that okay? It's a really good one, isn't it?
It nearly drops out though.
Yeah, you've got to try and keep it still the whole time. Good, 1, 2, 3, and slowly down. Good. All right, 2 more. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. Really good work, Helen. Last one. Best one. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. Do you need a little break or are you happy to keep going? Okay. So the next exercise is called hundreds. We'll just move the ball away. For this one, we won't need the towel because we're going to be lifting the head up. But in the same position, what you're going to be doing is, eventually lifting your arms up, lifting your head up. I'll give you a demonstration. It's probably a little bit easier. So feet hip width apart again, chin nice and tucked, nice neutral spine. So we don't want to flatten the back into the bed. We just want to have a little gap behind, underneath your lower back, core on. And then in this position, you're going to lift your feet up into a tabletop position like that. What you want to do, you want to make sure that you're really drawing your core muscles in before you lift the second leg there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lift the head and arms at the same time, holding this position, so your arms come up as well, and then you're just going to do some little pulses next to you here. You'll feel your lower abdominals really starting to turn on here, so it's a really good core strengthening exercise. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. One leg down, other leg down, and have a little rest. So Helen, that was pretty good. I just noticed your knees were just quite close together there. So I'm just going to watch you for this one. Do you sort of have the hang of it? Good. So we're going to bring the feet up first before we lift the head and the arms. So bending your knees up one at a time. So up and now, really want to make sure that you draw your core muscles in to protect your back when you're lifting that second leg there. So you're just keeping that nice and level. I've got my chicken dinner on the table here. So bringing your arms up and your head up at the same time. Is that too much for you? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly lowering down. Good. One leg down, other leg down. Good. How do you find that one?
That's
Quite a challenge. Yeah. Are you finding it too much lifting the head up? Because we can do it just with the arms. So maybe we'll try that this time. We'll just see. What I'll do is I'll give you the towel so you can just rest your head there. So if you're finding maybe that's a little bit too much on your lower back, we'll just do the arms only. So we'll just get those feet into position. So lift one up, draw the tummy muscles in, lift the other. Good. Keep that nice and level there. Really want to make sure that we're turning the core on before we're lifting. So drawing the belly button into the mat and make sure that you're not fully flattened on the mat there. So a little bit lower with the arms, I'd say, just about there. And it's just like a little pulse to the floor. So you can still feel your core muscles really activating here. So we're going to go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Beautiful. You can do it, Helen. 3, 4, out. So you're really pointing those fingers towards the wall. Good. Out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3. You can bend your knees a little bit closer towards you. If just, yeah, there you go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one. Okay, 1 foot down at a time. Good.
Oh, I felt there.
Is it pain or is it just like you feel
Tired.
working hard? Okay, so that's probably a good one for you to practice. If you need to make it a little bit easier again, you can just bring the knees a little bit closer to you, or just go a little bit slower, maybe do a little bit less repetitions. So that was probably maybe one of the most challenging
Just
ones we've done. Yeah, good. Okay, so our next one is in the same position. It's a really, really nice one called scissors. So what you're going to do, sorry, scissors, you can have this towel for this one. Yeah, for this is also to strengthen mainly the lower abdominals, also a little bit of hip flexors, general leg strengthening. So in that same tabletop position there, what you're going to do is keep imagine you've got like train tracks. So your knees aren't touching, they're just a little bit apart, stacking your knees just above your hips, and you're going to almost like dip your toe into the pond beneath you. So it's back to the top, dip, up, really focusing on not arching that back off the floor, but also not flattening it too much. So really drawing that tummy muscles in. So dip, up. Yep, you can go dip, up. Good, excellent. Dip, up. Make sure you're breathing. So in. So we'll breathe in at the top, and then out as we touch. In, out. In, good. Out. In, out. Is that okay on your back? Good. So we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and have a little rest. Good. I'm just going to have a quick check as you're doing that before we make it harder again. So you want to really find that nice neutral pelvis. So yeah, imagine you've got like a little pea that can just fit under your back. So lifting your legs up again, nice and level. Yep, so try not to, if you see like a bulging in your lower abdominals, you're probably holding your breath too much and straining. So really pulling it in. Good, so just dip, dip. So just one at a time at the moment. Breathe in at the top, dip, dip. Good. I think for you, Helen, the most important thing at the moment is just getting the breathing. Breathe. Just slow it down, make sure you're breathing. In, out. Okay, Helen, so we're almost done. We're going to go into our cool down. So we're going to do 2 cool down exercises and then we're finished. So the first one is called hip twist. Level 2, it's a really nice spinal mobility exercise. It's just to get you a bit moving, especially towards your right side, which I know sort of sometimes can be a little bit painful for you. I might just actually move this towel out the way there. So I'll just give you another quick demo. So lying on your back, arms out to the side. You can sort of put actually for this one I might use the ball between the knees, and what you're going to do is rotate your hips to the right while your head looks over to the left, and just feeling a nice stretch in the back there, keeping your shoulders on the floor, and then coming up, and then to the left, looking over your right arm, holding that stretch, and coming back up. You're really using the core muscles to bring your legs back up there, and you're just rotating side to side here, whatever feels comfortable. You'll find that one side probably feels a little bit tighter than the other. So I might pop that between there. Arms out to the side. Good. Lovely. So just relaxing the arms and then dropping your knees to your right, looking over to your left. So looking opposite way your knees are going. Good. Good. And then bringing back to the center, good. And looking to your right, knees to the left. Beautiful. You feel that nice kind of stretch in your lower back. It's a really, really good, nice gentle exercise you could do, you know, before going to bed at night or even waking up first thing in the morning. Good, really using your core muscles to draw your knees back up. Good. And lovely. Breathing in and out as you're dropping the knees. Good. And breathing in, out to the side. Lovely. So I'm going to get you to do about 5 more of those. Just really enjoy a nice cool down at the end of our session. So at home, I'm going to get you to do this just, I think, before going to bed and after going to bed when you're already lying down. You can do about maybe 10 of these morning and night, just to sort of get the back moving and warmed up for the day. And good. Lovely. Do you find, do you want to try it without the ball, or are you happy with the ball?
That's fine, Michelle.
Yeah. Good. So you could just use a pillow at home.
Yeah.
Pillow between the knees. Excellent. Okay, I think we've got 1 more on each side. And yeah, slower is better for this one because you're sort of stretching, holding the stretch. Lovely. Good. And lucky last exercise, so I'll take the ball back. Good. Nice and cooled now. So for this one, I'm just going to get you to face towards me, so lying on your side. You can just watch. So we call this the arm opening. I'll give you this pillow back in a moment. So you're going to pop that just underneath your ear there on your side. Again, hips stacked one on top of the other. Little gap underneath the side of your back there. So bringing that hip down towards the bottom of the room there. And then in this position, what you're going to do is, arm out to the front. Hands together. And you're going to draw, slide your hand over this arm, reach into the other side of the room, and a nice big circle back to the front, to the top of the ceiling. So imagine you've got like a bow and arrow, and you're drawing your arrow back, reaching across, circling back. So it's a really nice mobility exercise for your upper back, this one. Nice rotational spinal mobility. And coming back to the front. Good. So reaching back. Try not to let your top hip rotate too far back. So keeping those hips, keeping your hips stacked, just like that. So yeah, that doesn't move. And then you're reaching back together, drawing your hands, sliding across the chest. Keep that still. Good. And circling back up. Good. See how when I held your hip there, you really feel the rotation through the upper back more than the lower back. Good. So you're going to do this on both sides, or just do one side for the video. Good. You can even hold it open there up the other side if you want to hold the stretches. Good. So we're going to just finish with a few nice deep breaths in. I always like to finish with a few breaths in and out. In and out. Good. How do you feel?
Good, a bit tired.
Tired. I know, it's a good workout. So I think the 3 exercises that we're going to choose for your home exercise program was the shoulder bridge. So the one where you're on your back and you're lifting your bottom up and down. That's a really good one for your gluteal strengthening. So you don't need me to run through that again. Are you happy with that one? Yeah. So the hip twist, so that one that we just did on your back there. So the rotating to the side, that one. And then I also think for you the scissors. So this one where you're trying to hold the feet up, and then I think for you just start with the tap to the top, tap to the top. Really want you to focus on this one first before you start trying to do the swap. Okay, so they're your 3 exercises. So your shoulder bridge, your hip twist side to side, and your toe tap scissors. And just with your back, things that you want to keep moving, keep walking every day. Try not to sit for long periods, and get up every half an hour, a bit of walk around so you're not stiffening up. And those exercises just mobilize your back. If you need to use them throughout the day, you can. Practice those before we start adding on the extra layers. Those are like, incorporating your mobility for your back, but also your strengthening for your glutes. So hopefully the combination of those together over the next few weeks will help strengthen your right side especially, and get you less fearful, looking to that right side and twisting to the right side. So make sure you're going for your daily walks. 30 minutes a day is the recommendation, 5 days a week. If you start to feel that back pain, that's your body telling you that you need to get up and change position.